Our Voice, Our Opinion is brought to you by Gallery MD, where we sell reclaimed vintage art, furniture, and accessories.
Back to another segment of Our Voice, Our Opinion. Today for our Hot Topics, we are talking about the Supreme Court Justice ruling for the Hobby Lobby case. Basically, Hobby Lobby had a problem with providing certain Planned Parenthood health insurance for their employees. They said it went against their religious beliefs. My question, and they won. I'm sorry, I need to put that out there. They won. They do not have to provide that service. I should say that the Supreme Court said it's only because it can be covered through, if you fill out some paperwork, it can be covered through the government program. My question is, should businesses be allowed to decide what health care you can receive?
I say no.
Yeah, I say yes.
All right, let's start with the yes.
I would say it may sound morally wrong or whatever, just like everybody needs healthcare, everybody needs to be well, but the companies have that right. They have the right to have a 24-hour shift. They have the right to only work first shift. They have the right to pay a certain wage. There's no law saying that they have to supply a certain amount of insurance.
Actually, there is a law.
Okay.
The law it is, and here's where the problem is. Through the Affordable Care Act, Planned Parenthood projects have to be covered, which means everybody.
So they're breaking the law.
Actually, no, they're not breaking the law because they took it to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court said, no, you don't have to do it.
I personally think
no, you don't have to fill out the documentation.
No. Well, they said that they didn't have to cover those things in their in the health
because there was another option.
Because there was another option.
Right.
Because there was another option.
I don't.
They beat the system.
We should have the right to choose whatever we want, but if you get insurance, your employer shouldn't tell you you're covered for this but not this. The insurance company should decide. If you don't believe in something, you have the choice not to choose to do it if you don't want to. The problem that I see, the underlying problem with this segment is mostly that I don't think it's a religious issue. I think they're using religion as a deflection to focus on a decree that was passed by the president, and they don't like it, so they're using it as a deflection to say, we don't want to support it whatsoever.
Well, I'll go back to what he was saying earlier, that, I think the company should have that choice of whether they want to cover certain things under the health plan or not. Now, having said that, it's up to the public whether they agree with them or disagree with them. They don't. If they disagree with them, they don't have to go to Hobby Lobby, and they could suffer. Their sales could suffer. If employees come around and realize that you're not offering certain coverage and it's affecting the female population, you may lose that segment of the market. So, I mean, it's maybe a religious decision, but it also is a business decision.
I don't know.
And you can make them pay. If you don't like
whatever
them,
happened to customers always right.
Right. Or forget that. Beyond that point, who are you to decide if you are mandated to provide health coverage for me? Because I'm here 40 hours a week. I'm working, I'm doing my job. For you to decide that you shouldn't get in vitro coverage because we don't believe that you should have any help with becoming pregnant. That's not part of the
But you gotta. But to be honest, you gotta know the logistics of the business and how they actually operate with trying to get insurance for particular businesses. Health insurance will come to your business and they will offer you packages, okay? And under them packages, they will tell you what will be covered under them. So it's up to the business to actually say, I want this package for my business for my business,
Mm-hmm.
and because I have this particular package, the health insurance will only cover what your business has actually picked up.
But
That's in a negotiation of the particular business.
But
So if
under-
they didn't include that in their clause or whatnot, they're not honored to cover. They're not honored to cover
But
that. But
under
if it's in that
the
clause, then that's
Affordable
that's
Care
and
Act,
if
which
if
is the
that's-
law
if that's
now,
under, right, if
it
that's under
must
them.
be covered.
Right, if that's under them. Now, let's get it right about the Affordable Care Act. Now,
Mm-hmm.
they don't have to have they don't have to have specific insurance, okay? They can go across border. What the Affordable Health Care allowed businesses to do is reach across the states and pick what they want to pick now. They can cherry pick of what they want to pick, or if they don't want to, they can go to the government sector of it,
Right.
and they can pick from the government and have their package. So let's be clear on what was Hobby Lobby's whole demeanor. What did they go to the
They
table
just
with?
did not believe that because they did not believe in, I believe it was 2 kinds of IUDs and
But was it part of their
the morning
contract?
after-
That's the thing about it. Was it part of their contract when they was going to the negotiation? Do they
No.
are they
No,
under
they
the
made it a
government?
religious
Are they under the
issue.
They
government?
made it a
Right, I know
religious
that
issue.
employees
But
and-
so they played the
So they're-
religious
yeah,
card.
yes, you got it.
So the
Exactly.
healthcare they were providing before, all this stuff was a part of it. So why all of a sudden now?
So one employee is under one religion? Or is
But
it
here's the
different
thing: what
employees,
what
multi-religion?
happens when you work for a company that's Jehovah Witness run and they don't cover
Mm-hmm.
blood transfusions? In my life, I have, to save my life, had up to 7 blood transfusions myself
Or like
to
the
save
Marriott,
myself.
who's owned by the Mormons who don't believe in
Who don't believe in
Right,
any kind
any kind
of
of-
so
yeah,
then you're
contraceptions
just
and
messed up because
Right.
it's against their religious
Religious
belief.
beliefs,
Is,
right.
Should that be? Where do we draw the line?
I mean, but it's the freedom though. Do we not live in a free country?
We
If
do.
you should be able to have
that's
that
kind of
alibi. You should be
that's
right.
the-
We
that's
live
the-
in a free
You should
country,
have
and that
the-
company
right.
has the freedom to
choose who they
cover
want.
what
That's
our
right.
company- Just
That's
like
right.
as
That's
employees,
right.
you have a choice of whether to work for them
That's
or
right.
not.
You can't
I
force me to-
think,
you
I
can't
tell you
force
what,
me to
I'll
cover
tell you what I
if
think.
believe
I
in it.
think that this is a good subject and that this is a very good conversation. And if you want to join this conversation, you have something to say, please join us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. We really want to hear from you and hear your thoughts. And we'll keep that conversation going here on Our Voice, Our Opinion.